Good morning, and we are looking at the 4-hour chart here. We're still kind of trickling down. We haven't really gone very far, and I really don't suspect that it will. I really am thinking that it's probably going to stay pretty flat through here until it reaches the other side of that channel. So, not sure this morning. It took me a little while to decide whether I should do longs or shorts. I did readjust the Fibonacci line one more time, pretty short term, the last week or so. And we can see that it is downtrending right at the moment. It took me forever to get my computer started up this morning. Think I might be in for a new computer here soon. It's just really lagging, very slow. So by the time I got it up, it was actually after the opening bell. It was 9:38 by the time I opened it. Okay, and it dropped through while I was looking at all my information and analyzing and adjusting things. And so my first trade was a long at this point, and it looked like it had dropped, hit a support here, and I thought I saw a pretty decent bounce. So I got into a long. The MACD is one of the main reasons that I decided to do that, and you can see it's really far down and tipping up. I did have in my stop and my limit, and I did get stopped out. And it did go up. If you go back to where I had my my exit order in here, I ended up putting it up here, but my first inclination was to put it right here, which was a really small trade that was just over $100. I mean, that's not bad actually, but I thought, well, it'd probably at least get up to that point. And so I just want to point that out. It was 6,006.25. So when it did get up there, it did actually get up right to that point, to the 6,006. I think it was actually 25 cents too. So I do think that trade would have been okay had I not gotten stopped out. But that wick just knocked me out, and that always does if I have my stops too tight. And I usually have them tighter if I am not certain. And I wasn't super certain about the direction this morning. It was enough to trade on, but it was a little unsure. And then it ended up going even further. So it went all the way to that line. So even that I would have been just fine. So I'm just trying to be cautious and not do the last couple days trading style that I've been doing, because that's not good. And anyway, this is what I got. All right, so then it started to drop, and I thought, okay, well, I don't know that longs are going to do very well. It does seem to be kind of downtrending. You can see that on the blue trend line for the main chart here. And this is a really good opportunity to get into a short. Kind of missed the first movement right through here. But I placed a short order, and I've got my automatic linked orders, exit orders in here, and made back all of the losses that I had on the first trade plus a little bit. So now I'm at 62.50, and probably could have held on longer, but I got out at the place where I thought it would at least go, which I was happy with. Okay, and then it went kind of flat through here and looked like it might be starting to drop a little bit more. So I got into another short. I can tell you right now, this is probably not good. I should have waited until it was up a little bit higher because I think it'll probably, the likelihood of it going up there before it drops is high. So it's possible I just put a lot on the line right here. So I do have my stop way up here. I probably won't get stopped out this time. But anyway, so yes, it did end up dropping, and it didn't go up. And I made another little bit of money. So now I'm at 175, and it is 10:05. And so I decided that I'm kind of running out of time. I don't want to trade past 10 o'clock. But since I got such a late start, I allowed myself like one more trade if I saw a good opportunity to get in. So I was waiting through this point and decided that each candle would drop down a little bit lower than the previous one. And so and it wouldn't go above the yellow SMA here either. So there is on the 15 and 30-minute chart, the MACD I do think is dropping. The RSI is pretty low. The MACD on the short-term chart does not look good. I think it might go up, possibly. And so I did a short at this point, and I had a pretty tight stop right above that yellow line, and I got stopped out, and I lost all that profit again. So now I'm back at $12.50 in the hole, which isn't bad at all, but it's a little frustrating. I just can't seem to gain any ground. And I think I jumped the gun on that last one. I really do. So, and it did go up, and then it petered out pretty quickly. So if I had just not gotten stopped out, I think it would have been okay. However, the risk of it going up, even further to this line or that line, I just didn't want to keep that on the table. And there is a definite bounce right here, and I could definitely see it getting up to that point. So I think I just should not have gotten into that last trade. The stop, I think, was fine. I'm not worried about that. Okay, but it didn't get up very far and bounced back down again, and it's still kind of stuck at this line right here. However, now the MACD has gotten a little bit more of a curve going on here. And I think that the opportunity to get into another short has come. And so I got into a short here. It did go up a little bit. I did put my stop up above that last little jump up that it had, and it took forever. It really worried me. It didn't want to go down. And then all of a sudden it started to drop. So that was awesome. So I followed it down with my stop. So I'm locking in all the profit here, but I'm not out yet. And it kept dropping. And it ended up going all the way down to the line that I thought it was going to go down to. And I had actually gotten out a little bit sooner than that. I when it hesitated, I think right in this area right here, I got out. So I didn't ride it all the way down. But I've made 5 trades now. It's 10.19, and I've made $237.50. Actually 201 when you take out commissions. So I'm going to stop. So you can see my trades here. The first one was not good, and then I made 2 good trades, lost one, and then made a good one. So I think that was good.